Yeah, just the big, the big "you're ready" button, and then you're recording, and then boom.
Yeah, guys, I when jag inte åt it, guys, I got put into the what's it named pubic area. Mm. You guys don't have that, like an pubic area.
The
No.
recording is going to start out with me sounding like a gremlin, and I'm not upset about it.
That's not the right thing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other guys here fast. I'll be back.
Why is it look? What? Wait, your entire thing is like a weird. There we go. Yep. Mhm. No, I'm also see. It's interesting, but I'm actually a fan of Rawas's position here. So just looking at it in terms of his threat on Davitrox and or the ability to turn away as well. I think it's very mobile, especially seeing as both of his teammates are back. I would almost prefer if TRK was a little bit further back, uh, but just to cover more. But in this scenario, I don't mind Rawas being up there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say so as well. I There's two things that would kind of change a little bit about Orange's position. I don't necessarily hate Razeable going for the boost, but I would almost like him to turn offensively, like around there, yeah, and hold there. And I would have preferred Davitrox to not go up the wall and stay as defensive of field coverage in that area. Um, yeah, something like that. I like how you're basically pre showing it because you know what I'm going to say. This is awesome. But yeah, I mean, just to strengthen their position a little bit because I feel like there is a weakness here. And it is Rawas. Rawas, like the if something goes wrong here, if a 50 goes wrong here, Rawas turns in and gets it, unless it just goes crazy over to Raze Bull. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, in this scenario, it's almost a situation where you don't even need to have an OC. It's just you want to have two people creating a bit of value, and I don't really see Raze Bull's value. I also see I also see the downsides of Davitrox's position more than the upsides. And that rotation from Razebull would validate Javatrock's defensive upfield coverage as well. Yeah, yeah. And even here, I would not have liked a defensive or offensive turn very much, and that's just because I don't really like his position very much. Um, yeah, I mean, an offensive turn would have been, I think, a bit. It's hard to say. Either one is not optimal. Yeah. And a lot of that is exactly. A lot of that is due to the just the meta strategy as well, though. Like the having value where, wherever you are. Whereas we see very much this is a very conventional versus meta position here, I think. Hmm. 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 Really, yeah. Which is a powerhouse of a team, but with the strategy being different, it's. I mean, we've seen what happens. We watched the. We've seen what actually. I haven't seen the last game, but I mean, we know what the result was. Not pretty in terms of Falcons is on top, or yeah, yeah. I wonder if there's a way that we can get that replay. Yeah, I mean, and this is very yeah, this is very much what we've been saying for the past several months, though. Um, is that this meta strategy works? And I think this has really proved it because I mean, I don't think many people. Okay, maybe Roas is in contention for one of the best players, just especially because of his defensive ability and positioning. But I don't think many people consider TRK Killers or Roas as the best player in the world. But a lot of people consider one or all three of the France players, like uh, Zen, Vatira, and Monkey Moon. Those are all contention for greatest of all time, right? And having all of them on the same team and showing that the strategy still works is a very strong argument for what we've been saying. Okay, so we see, yeah. See, that's exactly what I was what I was meaning in terms of this. Well, not exactly, but this is what I was meaning in terms of Razebull's positioning. If we were to draw that coverage map with that turn in earlier, showing him playing around in there, this cuts that off. I don't even think they would have gone for this if he was there. But yeah, and yeah, exactly. And there's also now the opportunity for an initiator play for a pass. I mean, there's even a world in which I mean, it's kind of crazy. But Ross could even touch it, like continue to disrupt and just get a very soft touch back to killers. Like so many things are possible, right? Like there's a lot of things that could happen in this position. And Rawas is very threatening. I actually want to go back a couple of seconds and watch Rawas's pathing and just see how, because he was threatening them in the midfield. So he turns in here and he immediately recognizes, and look at how little time he spends with his coverage in the net. Look at how the ball was close to the net, but he wasn't scared. And that's a very big difference. Is he didn't go to play behind anybody. He played out in front because that's where the advantage was and that's where the value of the position was. Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. And I mean that was at the world what was it like the world championships or like an actual like R yeah, RLCS or I mean not RLCS, Psyonix was putting that on. This is FIFA putting this on, right? So or yeah, I don't know if I think I'm right with that. But anyways, yeah, we've seen them iron out a lot of their gameplay flaws. And I think yeah, it just really is showing through here. I'm gonna be really interested to see how TRK plays this in the next play. Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Yeah. So we see him. Yeah. Don't be tempted by the fish. Okay. Also, look at Ray's Bull. Exactly. And now, if we look at this position, and let's just do a man count. That's what exactly. So, like, this is just if I mean, this might not lead to a goal, but there is a very good chance it does. Yeah, there's a few Hail Marys in which it doesn't, but this is strong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, in somewhat similar positions, I would usually have loved killers to turn in towards the center of the field here, and for TRK to come around to the right. But in this scenario, I actually prefer killers on the right and TRK coming up on the left side because I prefer the tempo of killers going up and following Rawas putting a pressure on the play, and TRK being there because I don't think this ball is going to get to where that coverage needs to be quick enough for it to warrant killers going up, seeing as killers does currently have the distance advantage to getting to that position. So I would prefer to have him continue to be active in case Davichok gets a touch off corner over Ruas or something happens to just continue holding that and TRK come up on that side to set up that knockout punch. Exactly. That's so yeah, allowing Ruas to continue to pressure the play. Almost unironically. Yeah, yeah. What the raise bull? Wait, oh he was flying. Never mind. I was like, why is he on the wall? Anyways. Okay, so we yeah, I I I I don't know if I necessarily like that quite as much. But at the same like, see, I see the idea of the needle, but I just prefer when the needle is set up when they still have possession in their half. I feel like this is the time where they can really develop their position. I don't think they need. This is like in chess if you're doing an opening and you're like, oh, this is the next move in the sequence, but you have a move that is just objectively more development. Um, and you play the move that's the next in the sequence anyways. The turn from TRK there feels a bit like that to me because it's also slower. He was already on the left side of the field, but I mean it's minimal, but um yeah. No. He did, it was just already taken. It was Mhm. That yeah. Yep. Mhm. This is you almost got hit by the car, you saw the next car coming and got out of the way. You did not get hit by the second car. I wonder how Falcons and their coach would respond to watching one of the analysis of their own gameplay and seeing if this is some things that they kind of bring up as a team as well. Yeah. Mhm. No, he could have held coverage in the center. Whoa! What a touch for loss. Almost. Mhm. This is a very similar position to, I mean, it's different, but similar to what we saw Killers do at the very beginning of the match. And just holding his coverage upfield. I'll get it. It was an instance in which he was directly facing the play though. TRK is not, but he was just reversing while facing the play. Yeah, so it's somewhat similar. It's just holding the pressure by presence until the situation forces you to move, and this is where that like he's lost all of his momentum, but it doesn't matter. You don't need the momentum. You need to value the coverage and the play. Yeah, they're they're like it's almost like they're using our comms. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. And watch how he's not going directly back post. Exactly, which is what we're talking about with the, eat you're full after a Thanksgiving dinner. Don't eat the big pie. Eat a small amount of pie. It's easier. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Now. Mm, yeah. No. Same. Hmm. Hmm. Double what the monkey moon. Hmm. Which will, yeah, because TRK would have had anything, so Roas is turning into where TRK would have given it to him. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Hmm. 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 It was an ER moment. Hmm. 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 Racewell could have just went back and covered. Hmm. Hmm. Whoa. That's what I'm saying. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we see a lot of the time where people um accidentally play coverage because you can just happen into those scenarios. They're not unreachable without the play style. I holy I yeah. Same. I'm sure they all speak English. Whoa, Razable is jumping? Good. Oh. Oh, okay. Awk weird. Hmm. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, we do see killers immediately turn. Ooh, Davatrox. Exactly. Yeah, watching these guys play. Yeah. And now I don't want killers to go further into coverage in the net. I kind of either want them to hold or return a bit. Little 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 smooch. Yeah. So I don't think he was planning on doing that. That just ended up happening. Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. Which he could have gotten to by turning left here. Is that's what I was remarking on. That he did. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So he does clear it. He clears it into their coverage. But where is Rawask? Okay, anyways, but I don't hate it because they're all rushing to it. They're not like there is an opportunity here for them to get an outplay touch, but yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Okay, sick. Yeah. Yeah. It's like they're smarter than you, and you're like, you know what? You know what? Oh, but and then there's nothing you can do. You're like, you know what? They're just right. They're just right. Again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're you have the gun. What are you gonna do with it? Like, and look how Killers isn't immediately committing into the corner. He's not gooning. He's not gooning at all. Well, it means something if they aren't where they are, but they don't like. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult because they're not playing this interaction as well as Falcons is playing this interaction. So even though I don't hate what they're doing, it's just I don't know if it works. Exactly. And and a big thing too is like a huge thing is finding value. Like you can think of where you want to end up, sure, and have that constantly be changing, but make sure you're finding value on the way there. And if the end goal is no longer optimal, then change it and just continue finding value. See, this is the kind of needle that I like. This is the setup of the needle that I like. Like, look at how threatening that is. Like, like this is look at how they're playing for the 52. Like anything up goes to Rawas, anything back goes to Killers. Like it's fine. Either way, this is fine. They're still just up a man. Yeah. The one thing though is as long as it's not too soft, because otherwise Pan can cut it off into the corner. Yeah. I don't know if they're understanding that it's a mistake though. That's the thing. Like I don't know if they're calming that stuff or even having an understanding of it. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It was the boost. Yeah. And it grab and it has the boost grab too. Yeah. This is very much like that was just like a weird static pressure by presence. Like he was planning on just staying there. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, optimally, we go through a 5 minute game in like 6 minutes. Like we just stop to admire how good it is every minute or so. Hmm. Yeah, if it was a bit narrower, he might have had a shot opportunity. Oh, are we back? One of us lagged out. I don't know which one. Okay. Yeah. And now depends on how confident Killers is here. If Killers is is TRK actually turning up? I was gonna say if Killers is really confident in the touch, TRK could even turn up. But this seems somewhat hesitant. Yeah, that's just in. hmm It's very committal. hmm Wait, I can't quite tell. Is this in or is it not in? It is. I was gonna say. hmm Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's just because of how much value you can have by using all of your players. hmm Yeah, I think there's a point to be made here as well about playing the threat, like where the position is threatening to like go to, like the next space it will go into, and that's just really that kind of crystal ball. But that's what this like this kind of position allows for, is by positioning properly with coverage, you just basically have a crystal ball because you're playing the odds. You're keeping options open until you have enough information to go to the right space. Literally, yeah. Mm. Also, go back to that. Oh, never mind. Look directly to his left, like from his POV. Mr. Pan. Pan ends up being right there. He actually turns in and he looks for it. So the fact that he wasn't there, I think, stopped Pan from going in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, it would force Davatrox to, like, going back up to the wall. It would force Davatrox to play BC, or else he'll be racing the ball to the net. Look at Killers and Rawas's rotation here. Yeah. It looks satisfying to me. I don't know why, but that they were like in sync. No, exactly. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Which is a good part of the plan to take into account. Hmm. I think I would have preferred an offensive turn here from Rawas. Like he can keep turning right, but just continue turning right. Don't turn left. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Get your own money up, not your bunny up. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. It's me, Mario. Ooh, wait, is he gonna try and touch this backboard? No, pen kind of covers it. Maybe. It is. Okay. We're just going crazy with the PRs. Yeah, more streamlined.